All right, today sub talk on the phone with somebody that is in the Atlanta area and was at the Route 91 concert when the shooting took place. And what happened there that night when you were there? What happened to you?
So I was on a 3-day weekend for school, so my mom just thought it was a good idea to go to a concert, and so we saw what was in town. We went. About a couple hours later, gunshots broke out. We thought it was fireworks because somebody was celebrating their birthday, I thought. But when it started to escalate, people started running past us, and then the gunshots started firing again. And that's when we started actually freaking out, because then everybody started running. You see people falling, getting shot. When I started running, about maybe 3 minutes after I started running, I was shot in the shoulder. And then as soon as I was shot in the shoulder, I fell to the ground, tried to get back up. My mom carried me over her shoulders, and then while I was doing that, I looked up to see what was going on, and I see somebody get shot in their face right next to me. It was probably the most gruesome thing ever.
Wow.
And you can hear the shots creeping up on you. It's like bullets just creeping up on you. You hear doop, 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 like they get louder as they come.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just probably the scariest thing ever.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's horrific. And I know a lot of people, are having bad dreams and just, hard to sleep and all. I'm sure it probably, from what you saw especially, I'm sure it must be affecting you in that way, unfortunately, huh?
Yeah, and I've had a few bad dreams about it's like a flashback type of dream.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just a crazy thing that happened. So did you feel like the bullets were, do you feel like there's more than one shooter or just one shooter, or could you tell where the bullets might be coming from? What?
It sounded like two shooters, but I'm pretty sure that was the echo, which it was the echo.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because guns echo when they're from far away. And so, and then, yeah, I'm pretty sure there was just one shooter, which there was just one shooter. And I actually saw the muzzle flash in the Mandalay Bay.
Wow.
After I was shot, I was laying down on the ground, and then I heard a officer run past me, and I heard, "You're the shooter at Mandalay Bay," over the radio. So I looked up. I see two broken out windows, and I see gun flashes coming down at me, and I was like, I got to get farther than this. But the way we were running towards the shooter. We were running to the wrong exit towards the shooter. So that's probably how more people got injured, because he was able to shoot closer. But then, so we all had to run all the way back across the concert, go out to the east exit, and then when I got hit, it felt like a 100-mile-per-hour baseball just hitting my shoulder, and it was just constant pain, and my adrenaline was running so bad, I couldn't feel it, but I could feel it, and then when I got into the hospital is when I started to calm down, and that's when they put me in the trauma center, because I lost like 50% of my body blood.
Wow.
I was in the hospital for 4 days.
What hospital did you go to out there?
I have no clue, because that was my first time being in Las Vegas, so I don't know.
Yeah. And you were with your mom, you said?
It was some sort of emergency hospital.
And I know they were getting people in and out of those hospitals pretty quick because they had so many victims. How long were you in there about?
I was in there for 3 days, because mine was a through-and-through shot, so I had to get surgery. And
Oh.
I lost a lot of blood.
Oh, okay. Did they leave the bullet in there or take it out?
They took it out the day after,
Mhm.
because they had so many people to deal with. They couldn't deal with just me. They just patched me up so I would stop losing blood, and then they came to me the next day.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, yeah, I can imagine that was a painful. Because especially I guess since you took the impact of the bullet in the shoulder area, that the force of the bullet hitting your body, it was just
Yeah.
it was quite painful. I'm sure.
It stung, it burned, it was like all of the above pains happening at the same time.
Yeah, that makes sense because that's what I hear. Everybody says sometimes, depending on what area of the body you're shot in, a lot of times they say it definitely is one of the first things you feel like a burn. But yours probably, since it hit the shoulder, you're getting that impact. That impact. If it hit bone tissue or something, I don't know. But
Yeah, 'cause I felt it go into my body, and I felt it come out. It felt like a little pellet just having fun in my body.
yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. And you were shot with just one bullet or more than one?
I was shot with one.
One, yeah. Yeah, that's a horrific thing to have to go through, and so many people did, and there's so many questions that are unanswered, in regards to it. I've had a few other people that were shot victims in that area, and what did you drop anything like a cell phone or any personal items? Did y'all lose anything?
Yes, I did. And then while I was in the hospital, my mom had to go back and get my phone. It took her about an hour to try and go back and find my phone. At first, they wouldn't let her in, but at first they wouldn't let her into the crime scene because it was like probably one of the hugest crime scenes in the world. And so they didn't know if she could have been the second shooter or something like that.
Right.
They were really sketched out. But then she wasn't the one that actually found my phone. They actually had about 3 or 4 officers go and find it. She explained what it looked like and what kind of phone it was, and so they found it in the middle of the concert floor.
Yeah, you were fortunate there that she went back and got it soon, because those that left it overnight, the FBI eventually got a hold of those personal items, and a lot of the phones that they got back were removed. All the pictures and the video and all that was removed. So it was odd.
Yeah, all the videos were from the shooting, because when I was in the hospital, when I started to see it on the news, and I was like, wow, somebody was actually shooting, and then and I didn't know it was from the hotel. I thought it was in the concert, so that's what made me even more scared. I was like, there's no way out. This dude could be spraying bullets everywhere into 22,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got shot, I was like, holy crap, I need to get out of here. And then I fell to the ground. My mom carried me over her shoulders. Mm-hmm. And then that's when I was like, this is serious stuff right here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very fortunate that your mom was able to carry you to a safer place and then eventually get you to the hospital. Because,
I'm 230 pounds, and she has arthritis in her back. And I was like, Mom, you're amazing.
Well, that is incredible. What happened probably in that situation is the adrenaline. When the adrenaline kicks in, you'll get super strength. I've heard cases where accidents happen. Somebody will be working under a vehicle, and the person's not that big and strong of a person, but that adrenaline kicks in, the brain, it kicks in, and they realize that it's a life or death situation, a fight or flight. And some people get just some incredible powers when that happens. And So you go to school out in that area.
Yep, I had to go to school with a cast on my shoulder.
Wow, that's incredible.
One of the things that lifts up your arm that stays on your hip. I had to go to school for that, and I'm still on it as we speak.
Mm-hmm. And when you were out there, what else did you see? Anything unusual? Anything? I know it's when it happened. I mean, you're just trying to get to safety, obviously, as quickly as possible. But it's incredible that you were able to see the muzzle flash. That's quite interesting indeed.
Yeah, because I just looked up to see what I could see, and the first thing I saw was something flashing, and it looked pretty high up, and I was like, that's got to be where it's coming from. And then when I told my mom, I was like, Mom, we're too close, we're going the wrong way. I heard a whole bunch of other people say, we got to go east, east.
Yeah, because that was another unfortunate thing is a lot of people were just running in different directions, not knowing which way to go, because they didn't know if it was a shooter on the ground or one up high
Exactly, because there were probably like 5 entrances, and people didn't know if he was on the ground or in the sky, coming out of a helicopter. They didn't know.
Right, exactly, and that's another question too, because some people still believe, of course, that some of the shooting came from the helicopters. And I have to admit, I've seen some videos where it looks like muzzle flash coming from the door air of these helicopters, but it's just hard to tell, really.
Yeah, I haven't seen that video, but I might look into it.
Mm-hmm. And
but it kind of looked like a police helicopter, because I did see a helicopter, but I didn't think it was coming from there, because I saw the police on the next to it, but I didn't think that could have been where it was coming from.
So when you saw that muzzle flash, did it look like it was? You said it was up in a high area, probably you would say it probably around the 32nd floor up there, the top part.
Yeah, probably right at the 32nd floor is what it looked like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's wow. And so most of the people in that area were like you. I guess were just thinking it was fireworks or something going on when it first started, huh?
Yeah, because like the first round of shots was probably like 50 shots. And then it just sounded like fireworks, so everybody wasn't really freaking out about it. Then when Jason ran off the stage, that's when it kind of got a little confusing, because he literally bolted off the stage. And we were like, why is he freaking out over fireworks? We looked at my mom and we were like, why is he freaking out over fireworks? And so then we saw people start running, we started to get confused, so we just stayed there because we didn't know what was happening. And then a horde of people just came our way. Mm-hmm. And that's when we started running, and we didn't know what was happening. And then the second round of shots came. That's when I got shot. I got shot while I was running. And I fell to the ground. My mom picked me up by my legs, threw me over her shoulder, and just started running. And then we found some dude's truck, and we asked the dude if he could take me to the hospital. And like there was blood all over my clothes. Like we're still, as we speak, we're still trying to get the blood out of my clothes. And then when we found the truck, I was thrown in the trunk, and so he was beamed to the hospital. I mean, he was at least going 100. So I was able to get there fast enough before I lost too much blood.
Yeah, because bleed out, you could have died. It's very fortunate. I'm glad you made it. It's a crazy situation, but it seems to be the case for a lot of the victims. Fortunately, there were people with trucks and vehicles that knew people need to get to the hospital quick, and they didn't have enough ambulances, and they weren't there. So fortunately, these are hero people that did that. That went there and were able to get everyone and get them to the hospital.
Yeah, and some of them were police trucks. So
okay.
There was like 20 ambulances, but I was like, there's no way 20 ambulances are going to help all these people. And so I was like, why are all these ambulances here? There's barely anybody shot. But as the shots kept ringing out, I heard screaming and everything, and I heard, I'm hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard people screaming, help, help. And I wanted to help them, but I was shot.
Right.
If I wasn't shot, I would have gone over there and helped them, because my mom's also a nurse up here in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
So she would have helped them easily. She could have saved their life, but she was more worried about her son's life.
Right, exactly. I understand that. Certainly understand. And you sound like a pretty big, strong guy, so yeah, I'm sure you could have helped quite a few of them out there,
Yeah, I'm 230 pounds, 16 years old. This shouldn't have happened to me.
Yeah, I know. That's just wild, so wild and bizarre. And your mom's okay? You talk with her, she's okay with putting this on YouTube?
Yeah, but she doesn't want to be talked to just because it's her job. She has like one of the strict jobs. Like she can't even tell me what happens inside the hospital when I ask. So she probably wouldn't want to talk.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
She said it's okay with me. I told her that like when I was on the phone with you yesterday, she said that's fine. You can call him tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to make sure that she follows my channel, or she knows about my channel.
No, but I'll tell her to.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. So you follow it then, yeah.
Yeah.
You probably, I imagine, started after you saw the shooting. Probably found one of the videos, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It was like at first it was one of the breaking news type of videos on YouTube, because I like to watch YouTube on my phone, so I had to use my mom's phone because she went out looking for mine. And so my uncle was with her at the same time, but my uncle, he just lives in Las Vegas, but he was staying at that like Pyramid Hotel where the shooter happened when the shooting was happening, next to him. And so he was staying at one of the Pyramid Hotels for work.
Oh, okay.
And so I was watching YouTube on her phone, and it said breaking news, Las Vegas shooting. I was like, I gotta watch this because this is where I was at. It said like 2 people dead, 20 injured, and I was like, wow. And so then I went and looked on some YouTube videos, to see if anybody captured the shooting. And so that's when I started investigating for myself. I was like, how many shooters are there? How many people are actually injured? Is there 2 shooters? Something like that.
Yeah, because the numbers, that's what was amazing about it, because I remember that, I think it was like a Sunday night, and I'm watching, and all of a sudden I see the breaking news come up, and it started out to where everyone, including myself, thought it wasn't going to be too bad. I mean, it was bad. We knew it was bad, because at least 1 or 2 people were killed, and several people were shot and injured. But for the first couple hours, it was like it didn't sound as bad as and then as the hours went on, it was like 3 people, 4 people.
They kept finding more and more victims as they walked the aisles.
Right, the numbers kept going up, but it was kind of surprising because I thought all along that they should have had a more accurate picture of what was going on, because I know the numbers increased as hours went on, but it was crazy. It was because the amount of people, 58 people killed, that's just horrific.
Yeah. 58 people killed, like what, 527 shot?
I know. It was just so shocking when all the statistics started coming in and realizing how many people were victims of this tragic event.
Yeah, like all shootings are bad, but this is probably the worst one in U.S. history.
Worst one.
You've had the Charleston Church shooting. You've had the Columbine High School shooting.
Yeah.
But those weren't as bad as 22,000 people almost having their life taken.
Yeah,
I saw your evidence pictures,
Mhm.
and with all the ammo and guns that he had in that room, he could have possibly killed all 22,000 people.
Yeah, I tell you, I know the amount of guns and the weaponry, and it's it's very good that he only shot about 10 minutes or so. But that's what's the strange part about it. Also, we're all very happy and glad that he stopped shooting. But the question is, why did he? Why did he? It was so odd.
He stopped. I'm sure he stopped because there was a cop with us, and it said, we're breaching the room and something like that. There was a cop with us. He was holding my arm up and stuff. He said, it was on the radio. It was like we made entry to the 32nd floor, and we're breaching room 135, 134. And so then it said breach, 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 and it blew up. And
Yeah.
it said one suspect down, but I'm pretty sure he thought he knew all the cops coming. The cops were coming, so that's pretty much why he took his life, I feel.
Yeah, it's likely. I guess it got to a point to where he knew they were approaching, and he was going to try to, I guess, defend himself or something, and then maybe he just decided to commit suicide. I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
I guess
either life in prison or life without prison. You know.
Yeah, and it's just odd that somebody that's so wealthy and didn't have a history, any type of severe mental history, or seemed to get along. He seemed to get along with people and everything. Just odd that somebody like that, and especially as he's older. He's like what, 64, 65? It's just odd that
I call him Ghost because he and his brother weren't even that close. Like, they were close, but they hang out like regular brothers would.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah.
He had a Pakistani wife. He gave her money to go get a airplane and go move back to Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
And she thought he was breaking up with her, but little did she know he was wanting to commit a mass shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really, really, really strange. I thought she went back to the Philippines, huh?
Philippines.
Philippines,
That's
yeah.
what it was.
Yeah, I just wanted, yeah. I know, yeah, no, it's okay. I just wanted to be sure that you didn't know something I don't know.
Like, the P got me.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. And well, I want to ask you too. In the area where you were at the concert, of course, at the beginning, there's somebody by the name of Brianne. There was a Brianne and her mother, and they were at the concert, and they heard somebody that looked like possibly a Hispanic lady that was yelling, saying that y'all all gonna die or something like that. Did you hear any of that or?
Yeah, I heard that. I'm pretty sure she was drunk because there was this one drunk Mexican lady sitting in a circle dancing. And so, like, I'm pretty sure that she was just extremely drunk. But I'm pretty sure she wasn't going to do anything. I heard it, but it wasn't next to me.
Okay.
I heard it all over screaming. It sounded like some sort of foreign accent saying you're all going to die.
You weren't able to see the lady, though? Did you see what she looked like?
No, I wasn't able to see the lady because I was on my mom's shoulders.
I got you. I got you, okay. Yeah, because I was just curious.
You mentioned the screaming, that popped up in my head, and I was like, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I was curious about that because, that woman, well, it was that daughter and her mother, and they were there, and after they heard that, they actually took that warning serious, and they went back up to their hotel, and then after the shooting took place, about 45 minutes later, they went back down and were interviewed by numerous news agencies, news channels, but nobody ever came forward saying that woman, that unidentified woman, never came forward, and I just thought it was odd. And of course, some people believed it was possibly Mary Lou Danley, but for some odd reason, she never came forward. Whoever that was,
I mean, it shouldn't really matter as long as she didn't commit the shooting. But a threat like that during a mass shooting would probably be a serious reason.
Yeah, I mean, there may be no connection. I thought, it's always possible that she knew something and was trying to warn people. But it could just be one of those coincidences where, like you said, maybe she was drunk and just got in an argument with somebody and just wanted to vent out. Who knows,
Yeah, because everybody was drinking. I mean, my mom was drinking. I saw everybody drinking. They had these fancy, nice glow-in-the-dark cups. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I noticed that. A lot of people were...
Everybody there was really nice.
Yeah, I noticed that. A lot of people were just, relaxing, laid back, and drinking some beers and stuff and having a good time. Did you see anything else unusual that night that you want to talk about? Or?
I don't know if this was a shooter or not, but on top of the concert stage, there was somebody with a gun. but I thought it was a police sniper because I didn't see anybody. I didn't see anybody up there shooting, but I thought it was a police sniper looking for the shooter.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. And this is how long? When did you see that? About how long after the concert started? After you heard.
Right when I got shot, because I got shot right in front of the concert stage. I had front row seats to the concert stage.
Okay.
And that's when everybody behind us started running. And then when I got shot, after I started running, my mom rolled me over, and as soon as she rolled me over, the first thing I looked at was some dude on top of the stage with a gun and moving it around. But I didn't see any muzzle flash, I didn't see any recoil reaction or none of that. And so I just thought it was a police sniper trying to look for the shooter.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because you were shot during the second round, right? After the second, you said. Yeah. That's interesting.
The first round is when people started running, and then we just thought it was firecrackers. And then when we saw a whole horde of people running, that's when they got serious. And then as soon as I started running, I got shot in the shoulder.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that, though, because I remember there's one video that I saw, and I have it up. I'll have to look at it again, where it looks like somebody walking on the top part of that stage that has a gun, and they're in like black clothing. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, but I just thought it was a SWAT sniper. I mean, it could
right.
have been a second shooter, but they haven't said anything about somebody being on top of the stage.
Right. Yeah, that is.
I just couldn't think it was a second shooter. I just thought it was a police sniper.
Right. Yeah, it would make sense that they're setting up to try to take this person out. Did he have a wrong rifle or just a handgun or what? Can you remember?
He had a long rifle. It looked like a sniper scope, so that's why I thought it was a police sniper. Because I had a pretty good-looking sniper scope.
Yeah, that's interesting because that's exactly what I saw in that video. It was he had black clothing and it was like a sniper type rifle or something.
But I mean, SWAT wears black clothing, so that's why I thought it was a SWAT sniper.
Right. Well, I appreciate you taking your time for this interview. It's quite interesting, and tell your mom thanks too. And I'll put this up on YouTube. You know, it's some interesting information that you know, and I'm glad that you made it safe. And you're so for the most part you're recovering okay, huh?
Yeah, I have 2 more weeks and then I'm out of the cast.
Awesome. Well, I'm really glad that you survived, and you're very fortunate. You know, man above was looking out for you because you know. You saw that woman that was shot in the face, and you know it could have been a different situation, but thank God.
It was gruesome. Like that bullet could have hit my face. It was right. She was literally not 3 feet away from me. She was running right next to my mom, and then my mom saw it too. Her half her face was just blown off by a bullet.
Wow, that's terrible. And I'm sure, obviously, she probably lost her life. Obviously, probably instantly.
I'm pretty sure.
Instantly, probably. Yeah, probably instantly, because you know it's 58 people that lost their lives, so. It was. I'm glad you made it out okay, and you take care of yourself. And you know, feel free to leave any comments on my channel. And yeah, thanks for your story. I really appreciate it, man.
All right, thanks, Charles. I appreciate it.
All right, you take care of yourself.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.